Royal Horizon and quick and easy paper towels and napkins.
Raise it high up the ladder, let we set it on fire. A little more calypso, forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more shango. Kindly greasy pole, and we don't dance round the maple.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to We Culture. It is the very last We Culture program for 2022, and it's a pleasure to be back. The last time we were here, we did say it was going to be the last, but we felt we had something was missing. And so we had to come back to bid you a proper farewell for 2022. So we welcome you, all our viewers on GBN Television, 7 and 11, our viewers on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, and of course our listeners on K105 FM. It's just such a wonderful pleasure indeed. So let's welcome the team. They're all here. Everybody looking spick and span and all of that. So let's say good night to the Doc first. Doc, how are you doing, man? You're muted.
First, let me just say good night to all my colleagues, and I'm happy Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa is a black celebration. It's an attempt to counteract the regular Christmas greeting. It starts from the 26th and then on the 2nd. So I'm saying Kwanzaa greetings to all my colleagues and to all the listeners outside it, just the same way. Happy Kwanzaa greetings to you. It's a time for sharing, for meeting family, without exchanging commercial gifts, but as much as possible in our old tradition. Whatsoever you have, whatsoever you grow, whatsoever you create, it is expected that you could share it around this time. So Kwanzaa greetings to everyone. And it's a pleasure to be here. It's our final one for 2023. And Goddfrey, I heard you playing some music that it just reminded me of something I thought that was long gone. So we go get into that a little bit later, but Kwanzaa greetings to everyone.
All right, wonderful indeed. Well, I had to go to Reece. I had to make a skip, boy, due to certain developments. We had to skip and go to Reece. Reece, my love, good night.
It's 2022. It's the last Friday of 2022. A good night to everyone that's tuned in so far. We hope as much of you join in, whether it's by radio, television, or via social media platform. Now, whatever you hear tonight, just ignore it. Ignore it. Confusion, man, leader free. He just can't stop. But on this occasion, I cannot blame him for his behavior because that was propelled by my husband. Yes, it was.
I talk about.
To know what this is about, but I am telling them, rest assured, it's nothing, nada, zoot.
No, but I don't know why you're talking. Well, now you give me more ideas, so I have a lot to talk about. I was talking about the latest development with the king. I realize you have a new crown, but what does it so? But now you. But now you
try that.
But now
that's why you decided to skip.
Now you give me. Now you give me ideas. So let me bring in the king one time.
You think you're smart?
let
me bring in the king.
Well. Reece don't have good food, so Reece
take it from
that's the whole problem with Reece. But let me say good night to everybody, and let me be the first to admit that the program that we had, our last program, where we call Sorolo.
and I hear you never call back.
Sorolo is my hibernation. And you tell me, you say you're giving my wife a 6,000 food.
My mouth is open.
To cut me here. So the truth is that the cutting has started, but
Well, that's what I'm about to tell you. She started, she don't finish
but
yet.
my head big, so she had to adjourn. so she cut
In these stages.
I'm cutting in stages. So she cut her side first, cut her side, and then later on we go take the top.
You got like it.
But
I
The top growing, boy.
What's behind? Not turn. Let me see behind. We want to see
The
behind.
top growing, Scala. The top growing.
Yeah, bend down, bend. Yeah. Come.
I see little Pikachu, you know.
But here's what. I listen to Doc speak about what happy you are, Kwanzaa or whatever.
What are these?
We don't know what Doc talking about, but anyway, Doc speak about happy Kwanzaa, and you don't want to share the commercial thing, but you share what you produce and what you grow. But that forget one category, you know, and the most important category, you know. What about what your teeth? That's you know.
That's pretty elastic.
Yes, you hardly a grow and produce now, you know, your teeth.
But of course.
So we hear over the holiday, they get needling fig and all this kind of.
I saw that.
Yeah, needling fig and so on. So this is fast becoming a cult. Well, not just becoming, it's a cultural thing. That knows it. That is a farmer. You sweat on your tile and you plant your thing and then fupa.
Yeah, it's. I mean, as I said, that Goddfrey, before you comment, it's just so unfortunate that thieves are having so much space to reign. I mean, and it is so difficult for farmers to address the predial larceny. I mean, I was in a session with the police some time ago. They had something in the cinema, and they planned to address it, but I don't know, man. The laws or the will or the political will to address predial larceny, it is so challenging for some of the farmers. That actually, you know how much moral, how it break people back, like you plant your whole field of cabbage or so, or watermelons or pumpkins or whatsoever, and constantly people are just attacking it. I mean, Goddfrey, your brother is a typical case now. Andy has a whole set of, your brother Andrew, he has a whole set of soursop, and guys are just, I mean, anyway.
Let me tell you, Andy hold a man with the planting once. And when Andy approach the man tell Andy, if I get you a thief in your all, you know.
Ah.
Yeah.
No, serious. But this is serious,
Goddfrey, in the new year, that has to be one of the focus that we must touch, because it's cultural now. It's
yes, of course.
Culture, but it's cultural now, and we have to dig into it. And probably we need to help the police come up with solutions, because I mean, this thing is so out of hand.
Very much.
And it is very demoralizing now, between me and you. It's something like that now, because these are some people's livelihood.
But of course,
you that you have a crop and you're waiting and hoping that when it bear, you actually
get something, yeah.
Just like how when you're working on a monthly basis, you know at the end of the month you're getting that. When farmers see the crop, farmers are they averaging, estimating, well, that would give me a $10,000 or $5,000 or even a $300. People are planning how they go spend that money. And then, you know, you go to sleep, and the next morning when you wake up, you plan to go and harvest your crop. And the, you know, it's like, here am I.
You know, but the worst part of this, there are those, and I've seen it on the news so many times, where some of these people, it's not just about thieving, you know, but they destroy some of the people's crops. I saw there was a case where some watermelons were actually, they just chop them.
Yeah,
that action is really personal. But you know what baffled me, and I think I said that on the program one time now, is not just the thief now, but they would hold the person that actually purchased from the thieves. And you never hear these people and they make jail. You never hear they stop them from plying the trade. People that constantly purchase from the thieves. Seem to be living in a land where they have maybe immunity, some kind of immunity from the law. And I find that always puzzling.
No, I remember there was a fella that got some planners for thieving. I don't find I ever hear thief again. So we probably have to start to look in that direction. Right? I mean, I'm not saying that to planners people. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I heard a fella get some planners for tiffin and he ain't tiff again. But anyway, guys, before we get into it, I think our preempt scholar here, this week we lost to I don't want to say icon because I find that is belittling. So scholar, you gotta help me out here.
With a big one?
Yeah, with a big one. How we describe, I mean, the losses that we were just encountered.
No, man, well, those, I mean, it's strange, you know, and it seems as though they're going in grabs. Because remember, the program before that, we spoke of singing Francine.
Yes.
The loss of singing Francine. And only today, I think I spoke about the loss of the black man. As a matter of fact, I have personal experience with the black man, and you will have to because
definitely
that you are promoter.
Definitely.
But in all the Calypsonians in Trinidad, whether I be young, whether I be old, whether I be contemporary, who make it, the black man is the one that I've shared the stage with the most. I mean, we've sung umpteen times together, right? And one thing I found about him, unlike all the other Trinidad Calypsonians, you know, sometimes they come up here, and when they come up, they start tracing their gradient roots and so on, because that sort of gives them a footing, you know, with the crowd and so on. It's a gradient setting, and they start saying who from Guava and who from what and who from what. But the black man has always professed his love for Grenada.
Yep.
Grenada is just a place. As a matter of fact, when he fell sick, you know, he came to Grenada to get his bail in the Sulphur Spring. That time he was sick, because he felt that would rejuvenate him, just the gradient air and so on. He loved Grenada. I know that personally because
I've heard him say that.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
I mean, he's
always said that. As a matter of fact, the first time I ever go in Carriacou was with Black Man.
Right.
We travel in, because I was afraid to go in Carriacou straight out because I'm afraid the plane, afraid the boat, and up to now I'm afraid the plane, I'm afraid the boat. Carriacou people are blaming them for that because the truth is that, well, Carriacou and Grenada people first, because we refused to vote for Winty. We knew that it was a big bridge going over Carriacou. We are in something like that.
You're gonna just drive.
You guys just drive. And then Super Flynn still come and dangle that again. Super Flynn say he giving us the bridge. And Carriacou people still vote for Super Flynn. So the boat is a problem, the plane is a problem. And we had a show in Carriacou. That was early 90s, you know, very early 90s, maybe 94, 95. That was when, and I said, me and going in thing, and Black Man, he called and he said, no, we going, we riding the ferry. You have to go, because if you ain't going, I ain't going. And a man asked me, but where the hell, that man don't even know me good, and so on, you see. And what I found about the Black Man was that he carried the black in his name with pride.
Oh, yes.
He carried the black in his name with pride. As a matter of fact, as you well know, he later became the Black Man, basically, which spoke of his Africanism and dark and old like that. And on top of that, the dreadlock that he had, he carried that was his crown. That was his halo, you know, and he was not afraid to leave the bongo, however it was, that he grew. And that black styling thing sort of symbolized not just Africanism, but Caribbeanism.
But Skulls, just to butt in a bit, I don't know if Doc is aware of that, but before Stalin actually got into singing calypso, you know, he worked as a limbo dancer.
No, I wasn't aware.
Yes, he worked as a limbo dancer, and it was from there he actually got into calypso. And I don't know if many people are aware, but Black Stalin, in 1969, I'm sure nobody knew that Stalin placed second in the martial competition to the mighty Duke.
No, I knew that.
You knew that, all right, yeah. But I mean, I'm sure people in those days, in fact, he was the mighty Stalin. I mean, I think he became very popular when he started carrying black. But he's been around, in fact, since what, 67? I think he made his debut for the first time in the final in Trinidad and placed fourth. So you know, he's been around, and his passing is something.
Scholar Goddfrey, just any claim to Grenadian root or so?
He does have some back. Yes, he has.
Yes,
he does. In fact, he did say St. Patrick.
Well, you listen to that man, this Callis thing. Callis is not a popular thing in Trinidad, you know. Callis.
I agree, that's what it is. I agree, that's what it is. That's it.
Kind of Callis thing that's Grenada.
Yes.
But let me just continue and let me just finish up. That what is most profound about him, I think what people will remember him mostly for was that he was a Caribbean man, not just a Trinidadian. So when he sang, he didn't just sing, he sang a lot of nationalistic issues. But even those nationalistic songs that he sang, they transcended Trinidad, and it was basically, I mean, songs like We Could Make It If We Tried. This is an anthem for anytime things get rough and anytime things get bad in your country and so on. Hurricane or whatever. It's a song of hope, a song of inspiration to say, I mean, once you have life, you have and your heart is beating, you could make it.
Indeed.
You know? And then he sang about the Caribbean man from the same place. The Caribbean. So
that one is that one, yeah.
This one is thought-provoking.
79.
This one is thought-provoking.
79.
It will always be remembered. And then, of course, the black man feeling the party. You see, and the thing about it is that his music had universality. You could understand and you gravitate to it wherever you're from, right? Not like, you know, a lot of the Trinidad Calypsonians, you think, this and what that.
Yeah.
So even when you come to Grenada, they sing the black man, whenever he sings, you know exactly what he's singing. And one of his favorite songs for me, and I know it's not a lot of people's favorite, but Black Man has a song called Nothing is strange in the life of a man or for change. That for me is a powerful song. You know that one?
Yeah.
He's one that you just sit like a guitar and so on. Yeah, yes. but I find that song to be really profound.
No, I mean Stalin has some I mean, you know, the Pan song that he did. That again is another classic. It's one of the best Pan songs, I mean, around.
Yeah.
So he is.
I like Bondem.
Well, I mean, listen. The thing about Stalin, if you start a countdown Stalin song, you realize that the one that you just say you like, the next one you like it more. That's the thing about. That's the thing about
it. They
him.
were great sing-alongs.
You know, I always remembered. He is probably the Trinidadian artist that performed the most on Legends in concert, and there was something unique. Whenever I called him to perform, he would say. He said, Goddfrey, I go work for you. He had this way of saying it. Goddfrey, I go work for you. And end the story. We done. And, you know, he would come. You would get his music and Stalin would come. He do one dress. That's it. And he ready to go. I mean, he was just such a wonderful person. Really, really wonderful person. And he definitely will be missed. Just as a matter of information, he scored how much times he made the finals?
But a lot of times he won 5 times and plenty times.
18 times. 18 times, yes, yep.
Yeah, and he won a King of Kings too.
King of the World, yes, he did. Yep. In fact, he won it with Black Man Come Out the Party.
That's right.
Yeah, Black man come out to party. So yeah, he's done. I mean, in terms of his contribution to the art form, there is
He's a legend.
absolutely no question. Accountable, and is that.
And is that?
And is that. And of course, we lost Pele, the football icon. There were when he got started to get very ill around the World Cup time. Many people thought that he may not have made it to the end, but he did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that sometimes you have intergenerational arguments that take place, and our generation believes somehow that Messi is the best footballer that has ever laced the boots. And I have never seen Pele except for snippets. And the truth is, since I've been in the World Cup and I've started to read about Pele, to look for any little snippet or anything, like a black and white thing. And this guy, I mean, I have to admit that he was.
It was a phenomena.
But there was
I don't want to say phenomena, but this guy was. Well, I don't know.
No. But Skulls, let me tell you, there was a video on Facebook that was done on Messi and Pele. In fact, what the author was saying, anything or everything that Messi has done, Pele did it already. When one of the thing was the bicycle kick, and people thought that's a recent thing, and the guy had a video where Pele did that.
Yeah.
But actually,
so everything,
one of his accomplishment. Actually, I was looking at some statistics comparing Pele with Messi, and I mean Pele was way ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from that, apart from scoring more goals, he actually dribbled 9% in a game.
Yeah.
And scored
Well,
on a one match. I mean, imagine that fit. I mean, he's like almost the entire team.
No. He was phenomenal. Pele was phenomenal.
A lot of folks look to the fact that Pele never played in Europe and all this yada.
He didn't need to.
Yeah, I don't believe that he needed to, because Brazil, he stayed in Brazil, he played for Santos. And Brazil at that time, the South American football was probably the strongest football, stronger than anything you would find in Europe at that time. But what for me is most amazing is that Pele played in a time and an era when there were no yellow and red cards.
Yep.
Just had the freedom to just cut you wrong at will. And to imagine to have that set to dribble 9 men when men could just do what they want.
Yeah.
No, Pele was.
Red card and yellow cards is what helping and saving Messi. And I don't know how these guys would have made it. Probably they would have adapted. I don't know how effective they would have been. But I don't know how men used to play football thinking of it now, because I'm so accustomed to red and yellow card. How men play football with
we don't get, yeah.
But Pele and him to play without card.
Yeah. So, we've lost them, and but we still have a lot to be thankful for. They've left a legacy that, we'd always remember. Black Stallion songs would forever be in our minds, in our hearts. Whatever you can say about Black Stallion, he will always be here with us. So guys,
we also lost this author lady,
Beverly Steele. Yes.
I don't know if Doc had any.
No, I didn't have. No, I didn't have. But I was looking at the time. I don't know if Goddfrey wanted, but I think we need to say something about Beverly Steele.
Sure, of course. Her work, BSW and culture.
Yeah, one of the what I found, and I mean, I've always held that view, that we have to, just like what Scholar was equating Black Stallion to be, that man that, his whole philosophy and his preaching transcend this limited boundary of being a Trinidadian. and he spoke on behalf, one, of the Caribbean man, but also of, he spoke on his Afrocentricity. I think Beverly still, sometimes we want to negate or limit persons because you're from that part of the world, so you can be. I mean, Beverly Steele's heart was so much about uplifting the Grenadian and the Grenadian identity and the Grenadian culture. We did a short work on the Shortney, where we did some research and kind of come up with a sort of paper you may see together. When I was at one time in the Cultural Foundation, and she's somebody that was always willing and able to want to contribute. Not just for the academic, for the education, but to uplift the culture of Grenada. And so when Beverly, when we're still gone, I think we really missed somebody that was a stalwart in trying to, solidify our culture in that part of the world. So I know she would be greatly missed. She has contributed immensely. I know other persons probably might know more than I do about her, but in our short stint, she has contributed so much to the Grenadian culture. And so I salute her as a serious stalwart in Grenada.
Indeed. As I said earlier, the good thing we have, their legacy will remain with us. We have their work that we can continue to cherish and share. And I think, this is the direction that we need to go now. And it's also a lesson for us as well. The feeling I'm speaking on Stalin, I guess, because of, the closeness. But it just shows that there are a lot of people who are still with us, who have contributed and are still contributing so much. And we seem to not give their work the attention it really deserves. No, we are mourning the fact that we've lost Stalin. So it's a lesson for us to continue to rally with those who we have presently.
But Goddfrey, part of our culture, we listen, we get a lot of information, we are influenced a lot by our culture, particularly by the popular culture, meaning our songs and dances, etc., or music. And it's unfortunate though that sometimes we do not take these things for granted. Like Stalin, to me, he has a whole philosophy that he did in songs, like Bob Marley. So I believe it is time. I always was hoping to do programs where I can look at music and extract the philosophy, the ideology of those songs, like the Bob Marley, or like the Black Stallion. And if they have to live on, we have to grant them that favor. We have to ensure that we take the message and we try to ensure that it reached to the furthest part of the world, that our children understand. And taking it, we come from an era where people had stories, they had philosophies in terms of how life should be. And then you compare that sometime with what we are hearing now. And it's hard to get a lot of artists, a lot of people that are writing and producing songs where they have a message. They have a serious message that our children could sit down, our family could sit down and discuss. So I don't know if maybe one day we could sit down and look at the philosophy of one of those great songsters like a Stalin. We'll take a song that he did and let us rehash it and see what it really means. What it really means in our context. It's like you read a book and you analyze in the book. That's how I see some of the songs that Stalin did.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. King have some songs so too.
Well, we could start from home. Charity begins at home.
Definitely. Guys, I suggest that we just take our break now, and when we come back, we go, because we lost, 15 minutes in the beginning. So let's take our break. When we come back, we would get into, some of the things that we plan to talk about. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco.
This is a plastic bag. From February 1st, these bags are not to be used when shopping for food. So here's what you should do. Refuse plastic. Instead, bring your own reusable shopping bags and say goodbye to plastic. choose to refuse plastic. Walk with your reusable shopping bags and help protect pure Grenada from plastic pollution. A message from the Ministry of Climate Resilience.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body and the Traffic Department.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo.
Welcome back, everyone. It's We Culture, the final one for 2022. Guys, we're at the end of another year, 2022. We've had some really wonderful programs throughout. We've had a lot of fun with, of course, our listeners, our viewers, among ourselves. And, tonight I wanted to kind of look back a bit, and talk a little bit about some of the the programs that probably, I mean, they've all done their job, do what they're supposed to do. But in everything, there's always one or two that stands out and leaves some kind of mark. It probably might cause, for example, there's one program that changed Doc's name from Dr. Sylvester. Now, and that's the kind of thing you have. That's the kind of thing that happens. When a program can make those kind of changes, it tells you something about it. So I want to hear from you guys, maybe which one or which ones you thought were ones that actually created some kind of impact and left a mark. Let's start with Bacchanal Man.
No.
We didn't do the program on Guava this year, no? We didn't. Was this year we did the one about Miss Guinness and the pig's nut and the wasn't this year?
No, that was last year.
Oh, that was last year. Okay. What do you say?
I think when I go back, if you go back into the journals, there has never been there was no program, not one program, where either you or Scholar pick on me for something.
Yeah.
I can't remember if there was any one program. I can't even think of it.
The one when you forget the one when they abandoned me and you alone there and we talk on them.
Oh yeah, that's the only time it have behaved good.
Yeah, when would have behaved good?
You. Reece.
Yes.
From a friend, Francis, from St. Vincent, and he thinks you look wonderful and he want me to tell you that, so I'm passing it on. Francis, here is Reece giving you all this smile.
Hi, Francis. I usually get your messages. Thank you.
Reece looking as a man out working on plane.
Plane is joke. She looking like woman that she looking like woman that not walking.
I find she looking like she walking in the White House.
But she looking like woman that own a plane. You don't see that?
Yeah.
She looking like woman that own a plane, not walking on a plane.
Yeah.
I like that leader free. I like that.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Let me jump in. Let me jump in. No, there was one program. I'm trying to remember what it was about, but I would suspect that it had to do with revolution business. And maybe you could help me there. But
So any bodies, where are the bodies?
Where are the bodies? That was the program.
I was in studio with you that night, yeah.
What for me was most memorable? It was the first time that I see a man do a program under a street light.
So he's actually picking on you there again, eh? He's picking on you again.
No, but hey.
That is the highlight, Scala. That is the highlight.
Giving out more light than the street
Yeah,
light, you know?
but that's a big thing in a scholar. But that's a big thing. Listen, but that's a big thing, you know. When a man could go all out and make all that effort to look for a street light, and let me tell you, where the man was, it ain't easy to find a street light up there. I know that. So when so I have a feeling that that man where he walked from where he was, maybe close to Parkland, you know, to get that street light. So
to get that street light?
Yeah.
So that is commitment, eh? That is commitment.
Exactly, that's my point.
That is commitment.
That's commitment, but I never understood though. Honestly, I never understood in the first place why he went, you know. Because I mean,
Wasn't that why he got going to get out of the water?
Yes.
The man get award, I don't tell you no, the man don't get award, you know, the man get award. But I would be hesitant if a man tell me, boy, I don't come and get award, the wheelies. Nothing trade center, nothing else. Let us be award in the trade center.
Youth center, yeah, nothing else.
I never hear you go and get a award in a shop in the
And I was supposed to go to that one too, eh?
You didn't have to get a award.
No, I didn't have to get an award. I was supposed to go to that event. Because we sponsored. Yeah, we sponsored.
But
where I work, sponsored.
But how come you never show us the award you get? Why you got a trophy?
I would get it for you, Goddfrey. I'll show you.
Well, I want to see if that trophy or some kind of thing. I mean, people just get trophy, and those cars get the trophy and thing. A lot of us get all kind of trophy, but we never see you award.
You going back there? Because the lottery funded some trophies.
Well, that was saying, I know, and yeah, a lot of us get trophy and kind of thing. No, I'm saying I know. What do you mean? But I giving you praise. I'm just saying.
You're not giving me praise.
What do you mean?
I am not in the capacity of lottery right now. I'm in the capacity of We Culture. And
well, I was talking about trophy.
You do day.
There is joke. Hey. She do pompous. Pompous. She pompous.
Anyways.
The ending.
Tiny.
Then there was a program. We didn't study meet at the program yet. And then Reece introduced a word on behalf of Nawasa. How do you want to get it?
I told you wrong.
Oh God! Why don't I forget the word, man?
When we see that was a makeup one, the word had to do with
turbidity.
Turbidity, man.
Dottiness coming down. The quantity of dot coming to the line after heavy downpour.
Turbidity, man.
Turbidity. But Goddfrey, see, in all seriousness, one of the things that happened for us this year, we concentrated a lot on politics.
Yeah, we did.
Because the ground was taking that. Really, we had an election campaign for about a month and something. And during that time, we focused solely on politics, looked at all the different ramifications and so on. Reece got called INNP by one contributor. Well, we knew where that stood from day one.
Yeah.
We knew where that stood from day one. And the truth is that if we could have gauged from our contributors what was happening, you know, we could have gauged that the results of the election should not have been surprising, because the bulk of our contributors, they were skewed heavily to the side of yellow. And really and truly, I believe that those programs, we really looked at the election campaigning, we looked at the Calypsonians and the soca artists and so on, and the contributions to the political campaign. And we touched on some very heavy stuff. And for me, we contributed greatly, and that's We Culture, to the whole electioneering atmosphere and so on. So you see, we don't only touch just the far away cultural thing, the Brangwani rum shop thing.
The bunkum.
We really touched on some good things with the politics, and our program could have been a gauge.
But also,
we come on them could have just listened.
Had nothing on us.
No, totally didn't.
Nothing on our viewers.
They had nothing on us. Absolutely not.
But Scholar, you say that we touch on, I mean, it was an election year, very interesting, and but I think I am proud of the way we handled the politics.
Yeah.
It was never deep, one-sided or biased, or openly biased. We allow views, and for matter of fact, I don't think we ever got deep into the partisan politics on the program.
True.
So I thought,
which made the labeling of me really unfair, because through that time I was really trying to be neutral, and
we never came out and endorse or say, well, that is where we're going, blah blah blah. That was never so. So I thought that we did well on the program to stay, I mean, true to form. So I think I really did like that. Continuing, Scholar, I took over. Well, because I'm taking over from everybody anyway, so let me just continue.
And I didn't get to give my contribution as yet, eh?
Well, when we come to you, we gone clear.
You bang away.
What? You all came to me first, you know.
Yeah.
And Scholar just take over.
Well, as usual.
You know, we should look at that before you go on. There's a culture around this time of resolution. Resolution is a culture. In Grenada, everybody does make resolution. It's thing where they can't keep it.
Yeah.
We know we still keep it, but we still need a resolution for 2023. You do ending. And I'll start that. That'll be less.
She can't. What you go change that?
Tell you something.
That ain't she blood.
Tell you something. I wouldn't stop. Okay?
Well, you can't stop. Well, you can't stop.
Nobody that.
Scholar, you know the word Wayne Tay?
Yeah, she Wayne Tay.
That is you.
Not Wayne Tay. She Tobin. That's what. She Tobin. She Tobin.
But anyway, I was saying also that I thought we commented somewhat on the calypsos, and it was also the carnival season. And I think we did give praise for the quality of the songs that was sung this year. And you know, Goddfrey actually, you were playing one earlier on with Rootsman Kelly, which I think was a really, it's full of humor. I thought he played nicely into what was taking place from his interpretation. I mean, we had a lot of other really good calypsos this year, and I thought that I think we did a program on that too, and we commented on that. We went several. We thought, I think we did also about the financial institutions.
Yeah.
That was a really good one.
Actually, that was a series. I mean, that started with from Susu and so on.
Right. Yeah.
That started with grandparents.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
grandparents and all the way down. Yeah.
2 or 3 weekends looking at the financial institution until we crowned that there was one bank that was more prominent and longer lasting and more resilient than all other banks. When we started, and I think Reece was telling Scholar not to belabeled the fact that this bank is the most important financial institution from time immemorial. I find with you looking lost, like you don't understand what I'm saying.
Well, I want nine when I say that.
You were telling Scholar was making a point to reinforce that there was a bank that was, the interest was always good. And when he was making the contribution, you say, Scholar, no, don't follow Goddfrey and Livingston. Don't go and talk about that bank.
That bank.
That bank. So we talk about all the financial, yes, that bank. So we talk about all the financial institution. And then
that bank that we sing about.
The same bank. The same bank what Doug does invest in. You don't know the that man.
Oh gosh. He invests. What, Scholar, what I realize. What I realize, Scholar, what I realize in recent time, he invests so much like he investments that don't dry up. He investments that don't dry up. Investments that don't dry up.
Okay, Reece, I'm all for these guys and then go ahead and have the flow.
And listen, we haven't even talked about, we have said our fans on Facebook. We coming to you all. We ain't forget all. Yes. We come in.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite programs was the one that we did about teenage pregnancy. Remember we did that program about teenagers getting pregnant in school and what happens.
Yes, yes.
That was a very touching program, and I am very contemporary in my thoughts where these things are concerned. And I remember being very appalled by some of the one in particular contributors' comments about the girls. And yes, it was. I mean, I don't even want to rehash it, but it was shocking, and I was surprised. And I was also it was very heartwarming to hear men who called in and speak to the affirmative, endorsing our thoughts on, what should happen where the girls are concerned and all of that. So, I mean, we left the program, it was kind of a bit heavy, but we left feeling like, there's some kind of hope, because we are not necessarily thinking the way, our older folks probably thought about that whole scenario and situation. I remember us examining society's role in what some of our young people end up doing, some of the decisions they make, and how they end up in this downward spiral of just deteriorating, like having no hope, having no second chances, and I remember for a couple of people, it really didn't matter the scenario as to how it came about that a young girl would get pregnant, and while in school, it's like, you're pregnant, you're damned. That's it. Get out of here. I don't want you around my children. I don't want you around other students. And, it was really good when Scholar in particular spoke so much about his encounters where
the Magna college experience.
Yes. Yep. And how is it that they helped instead of hindered? How is it that they ensure that the person got the chance to accomplish, as opposed to just condemning them and leaving them by the side at that very defining moment in their life? So that program for me, it really hit a button, and I hope that it is something that doesn't die, because teenage pregnancy is a fact of life. It happens, so I'm hoping that it doesn't die, that this is not a fleeting program that just happened and we expressed ourselves, but that the powers that be would still have this as an agenda item, that they can look into it to see how is it that we can really help our teenage boys and girls who end up in these situations, and that they can be fit.
All right. No, guys, for me, the program, I thought that, because actually, I think it left a mark on me too. Was the marble program. Because after Goddfrey marble, well, I didn't feel too well after that. Because
you got injured.
Injured is not injured, I get outjured too. I get not just injured.
Playing young.
But for the marble program, the response from the people, it brought back so much fond memories that so many people were meeting you and telling you about different type of marble games and this and that, and that one for me was really good. And the little promo that we did, when you looked at how many people viewed that and commented on it, that program to me was a really good one. It was a really good one that I think left a mark.
True.
So that one was mine.
You see, you on that.
Outstanding one too was when that really stood out was the fact that some people were just unable to make a good cricket bat, and a few, even Dodo and them in Canada, said no. Not so people just make cricket bat. So I thought that was a really nice one too. It brought a lot of memory, and it put certain things in perspective. You remember what I'm talking about, Goddfrey?
Hey, boy, I'm into what still. In fact, I learned some fellas me bat to play ball,
What?
And they win, And they win,
wonder why cricket failing in Caribbean?
If I give West Indies players that bat, West Indies going right back on top of cricket. I hope you know that. Anyway, Reece, let's go to our Facebook page and bring in our Facebook friends. They've been there a while waiting.
Yes. So we have some really entertaining comments tonight. I'll start with Yulin is saying, Cynthia is saying the purchasers should be charged. That's those who commit perennial larceny. Yulin Alexander is saying, for real, this thieving thing getting out of hand now. Something drastically have to be done with these thieves. Yulin, having a problem reading all the standard English, and I hope Ernesto will come and give me all the broken ones, but I'm having problems reading all the standard English. Dodo Charles is saying, it's very sad for farmers and non-farmers whereby their crops are constantly being destroyed or stolen. The laws in Grenada needs to change. Chester Nurse is saying, moving on with the conversation, I put Stalin up there with Bob Marley. Cynthia is saying, PM Motley did a glowing tribute. May he rest in peace. Thanks for his contribution to the music calypso industry. I posted that contribution so that those who didn't see it can read it. Chester is saying, yes, Goddfrey, it's called Anything They Do, Pele Did It. Cynthia is saying, may they all rest in peace. Thanks for whatever contribution they made in their various fields. Nigel is saying, the Black Stallion song I love is Caribbean Man or Caribbean Unity. Dodo is saying, Black Stallion was one of my favorite Calypsonians. Some people did not like when he sang against European colonial oppression. His lyrics and consciousness captured the Caribbean. Yes, this man was unapologetically black. Dodo is saying, may their souls rest in peace. Then we have Shauna Coffey saying, I love watching you guys. I'm thrilled with the progress of this show. Happy New Year and all the best. Happy New Year to you too, Shauna. We really appreciate your comment.
Indeed.
Dodo is saying, oh my gosh, under a street light? Yes, he did. She's also saying, Reece, don't bother with them. Ask for your trophy. I'm not giving up. Carrie Grenade is saying, good night. I thoroughly enjoyed the episodes. My favorites were Nickname and Intercall. Cheers to more laughter in 2023. Kim K is saying, my favorite was Nicknames Ligaroo. In fact, I enjoyed each and every episode. We Culture to the win. And Ligaroo is about 2 years before. Yes, year before. So that's a lasting impression, eh? I don't know why Kim K have to make Ligaroo one of our favorite programs. Then we're going to have Ricky Paria come in and talk about Ligaroo being his favorite program too. And then Guava is going to get branded. St. John's is going to get branded. Kim K is saying, yes, Reece, the hairy bank. Eric Peters is saying, Scholar Bass stock this Christmas, rum peeping out behind him. Yes, Scholar, everybody mind your business day. You're trying to compete with Doc? What's going on?
Yes.
And he's not drinking none, folks, he's not drinking any. Dodo is asking, where the money gone? Look on the hair on my head. Yulin is saying, scholar advertising drinks tonight. So those are the Facebook comments that we've had so far.
Grand move.
Let's see.
Audrey, just like me, not a thing.
Like grand move, Nikki, like grand move.
So someone says on the WhatsApp platform, this is the last program for the year, and we ain't get no cake. And you come on the program tonight looking so splucious. You have to stop that for 2023. Well, I know. I know.
I've been attacked for the whole week about that,
You see what I do?
All
right, lovely.
Last week.
Someone else said those programs were so good and hilarious. I don't know which one is better. So there we go. So folks, our telephone line is open. Give us a call, and we'd like to hear from you. Maybe which one of the programs this year touched you, or which one you felt had some kind of lasting effect. The number again, 435-2041. Give us a call, and it's our last program, so let's get the thing going.
Or they can send their greetings as well.
Oh yes, definitely you can do that. Definitely. Oh, someone is saying here, if management remove Oui Culture from the TV, then I will cry and bawl.
Roll over on the floor.
Wait for a call. Just an observation. I mean, just an observation. Just listening to all the various programs that were done, like what Reece talk about them, the pregnancy. We talk about Twang. I mean, all those programs. And someone else would compare and say we're really doing a disservice to Grenada. I mean, when you think about it, I just believe maybe somebody was not tuned. We don't need to comment on that, but
let's go to let's go to the telephone. Oui Culture, good evening. Hello.
Yes, good night.
Yes, good evening, caller. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I want to congratulate you guys for that program. It has really open up our thinking, taking us back 2 years. And congratulate you and looking forward to the new year. But we see good night. I mean,
good night.
I heard the tourism industry say that they're making some headways. So I don't know if you're going to help us because you're looking so much. I hope that probably another airline will come in under your auspices. All the best.
Thank you.
To be Airline of Africa.
Airline of Africa?
Yeah. Airline of Africa, Airline of Guam.
What I know is that. Just now, Scholar, you want to come and tell us, just a plain line in code, but Peter's pocket. Back when you go here. You come and tell us that just now.
Well, you have to remember, Guava the first hotel.
Yeah, well, I mean, too.
Of course.
Let's go back to the telephone.
Of course.
Oui Culture, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, caller. How are you doing?
I'm just calling to say that Reece, you look so wonderful. You look so lovely there tonight. I joined with the previous caller to support. You look so. I can't get a word to express how you look tonight. You look so sweet.
Executive?
Yes, and I want to say that your program, I cannot identify one more than the other, but I really, really, really enjoy it. I have learned a lot from, things that have been discussed. And, yes. So I just want to wish you all a happy new year in 2023. I look forward to listening again in 2023. God bless you all and enjoy the rest of the holiday.
Thank you, caller, and we wish you the same. All the best.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Oh, yes, 435-2041. That's the number you can call, and you can talk about the air hostess. And she.
If we don't have a call, we don't have a caller as yet.
And she bow tie.
Since last week, there was a woman that met me, I think it was yesterday or today, and she said, Reece, you know what I was like? What I like the most? How you don't say, I'm baking.
I'm baking this weekend.
That was her, right? The rest of them, and in a set of men, they don't get a cake yet. It have one in particular, Mr. John, a.k.a. Bay from Gov, and he living in Boussejou. Down to today, the man come here stressing me out for a cake. I tell him he get the cake last week. I tell him I'm baking tonight. They don't understand. I'm baking tonight.
Oh, tonight you're baking?
Tonight.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Is you baking in June?
Yes.
Well,
anyway, what? You see that? You see this baking top?
I have to go in them appeals, so pass from Sabons.
You tell me you can't make it buns.
You are going to come down and go through Willis and go over to Happy. You are not going to be passing my way.
Mr. Man, don't tell me where I pass.
Okay, so Reece, I'll come and help you bake.
No, you will spoil the thing.
So I go spoil?
No, you will spoil it.
Okay, let's go to the telephone.
I would have to ask my husband permission too. I don't understand what trip you want.
Who's in dark? Somebody's in dark. Oh, let's go to the telephone. Hold on. We culture. Good evening. Hello.
Good night.
Good night, caller. Good night.
Goddfrey.
Hey.
Ask that question. You sit in the Rolo.
If I do what?
Sit in the Rolo. Right? You are a scholar and you see and doc. If you blind, I do blind. I want on TV now.
Okay, cool.
I can't watch on the phone.
Alright, okay, cool. No problem.
So give me a response on the TV.
Yeah, no problem. Good.
Since you know, you're blind.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we go and answer you on the TV. Alright? Yeah. Alright.
What was he asking?
I don't know. I don't hear nothing I say yet.
No.
I don't hear what you say.
So, why ask him on the TV? You answer on the TV.
I'm going to say on the TV. Let's go back to the telephone. Yeah, I call on the line. We culture. Good evening. Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, caller.
Caller, how are you doing?
Good.
How's the team?
Everybody nice?
I'm looking at Reece. She's special.
Okay.
Well, I have always tried to get a word in and never successful. But tonight now, I would like to talk about Christmas since it's just been gone. My dad always had us believing in Father Christmas and had us putting up our stocking until he found no money to buy the presents. And he told us that year I met Father Christmas in Grenville, and he said he wasn't going to pass this year. We put up our stocking, not a single thing in it. Then I believe there was no Father Christmas. Plus my cousin had told me he saw his dad putting things in his stocking. So there was no Father Christmas, and our parent was Father Christmas. And then Santa Claus came in, and it's the same thing. We're trying to fool the children that Santa comes from the North Pole. He comes through your chimney, and he puts your presents there. Children still investigating whether that is so. So what does the panel think about Father Christmas and Santa Claus?
Okay, so we will respond to that so you can listen to us, yeah?
Yes.
All the best. All right, good. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Did you hear what the man said? Did you hear what the man said this time?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. All right, then we go back to the telephone.
Christmas and Santa Claus.
Let's go back to the telephone. We culture. Good evening.
Hello, good night, Santa Claus.
Oh, well, you like Santa Claus, eh?
Why, you don't see bottle and table there, why?
And they empty, you know?
They must empty.
All of
They
them
are
empty.
inside bottle. Free, you should have passing board this evening, free.
And you have
passing board?
Goddfrey, how you could say the empty?
Yes, I'm still on.
Pick up my next one now.
I see the back of the head now, white one. You want to take the bottle, I see the back of the head. Watch it. My teacher take long to corner here, boy. Teacher should have corner here when you sleeping. That back like them fool, boy. They fool. Real fool. I go passing food. I go passing food for the old years. Reece, are you looking special, sir?
Thank you. It's the
That's
last
real
day, it's the
special
last
tonight,
Friday
girl.
of the year.
You look as new, yeah? You look as new, yeah?
Is the plane? Is the plane we coming with the plane? The plane.
I hear that. And Goddfrey, I want to say a special good night to two listeners that was listening to the program. Mr. Michael and Patricia in Pine Seal.
Okay.
Yeah, part 2 and Mr. Michael, they always listening with culture. So I want to big them up tonight. Yeah, they doesn't miss it at all. And Pastor King and Mr. King and everybody else that was listening. Real people that listening with culture, you know. But we pull the plug, boy. We pull the plug. We culture is a real big thing.
Well,
and who was it today, Dodo?
Eh?
Who was it today, was Dodo? Goddfrey passed by me today, you know. Boy, I didn't have nothing to give him thing bad. Goddfrey will pass back.
Green peasy
one. Peace when he come in you again.
By Doc, I green peas from since 2 years ago.
Oh, well, you don't need.
Susan green peasy one.
Why didn't you pepper blood?
Let me tell you, I'm laughing here because as Susan is on, you remember there was a program where Susan sell out all man.
That's the person that glass today, no? Why he put up the glass?
That was the program on the farm.
Yeah, he put up the glass and see the person that glass today.
But I doesn't pass with my glass. My glass always down.
By the glass was up, Goddfrey.
Susan, when I'm passing, I always borrow you. So my glass.
Godfrey, I don't take for you.
You take for me?
When they pong in you, Godfrey, I don't take for you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, alright, okay, good.
I thought you mean you when you reach by me, you pull down the glass. Yeah.
Susan is going to see Mudu.
Anyway, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. And I want God continue to bless us with the program next year, please, the Lord. You understand? And it's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, it's going to be everything. We culture.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yes,
all the best, everybody.
All the best, darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yes, lovely.
Same to you.
Yeah.
Susan forgot to mention about those people and them that has been meeting Cordina. She should say a special good night to all those that has been bringing news for Cordina about her behavior on We Culture.
Hold on. Before you go, somebody say on what the WhatsApp here. I really thought Doc was Reece's husband, you know. It's been a real pleasure spending Friday nights with y'all. Happy New Year to the entire team.
So I wonder who is my husband now?
Eh?
I wonder who is my husband now?
Well, I don't know. Listen, I read the thing, eh? So
I got it to the attack. Somebody pulled out that.
Doggy cane, boy.
Yeah.
Doggy cane.
And mind you, that is a program we have to look at, you know, before we have some. Well, at the end, we have to talk about that because donkey cane is a big grade and
gravel in your eyes.
Gravel is joke.
It's amazing. I mean, I want to go there because I want to think, but it's amazing how this hunting thing in Grenada. I mean, was who I yesterday that it was Rachel Price. Rachel Price said she don't understand how people in Grenada say they hunting people, you know, because if a vehicle pass and it blow, everybody know. Everybody knows but so she don't understand how in this little place, you know, that this thing would be happening. But I wanted to go back to ask you, Goddfrey, peas from 2 years ago. You say a green peas from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Green peas from 2 years ago is green peas still.
Yeah, what do you mean that green peas still? Hey, the color don't change.
That not green peas.
But that what peas?
Green
and
peas.
how long it'll take for green peas to dry?
No.
Listen, hold on. Let me. When I get my green peas, you scald the peas and you put it in your freezer.
No. You taking it to the opposite of green peas. It's not dry peas.
Yellow peas?
The opposite of green peas is not green.
Is what?
Is what color?
Not green.
Not green.
Okay. It's not green peas. Is what? What is what?
Green peas is when you pick the peas. Green, you shell it.
And you cook it. Right.
But when you get it and put it in the fridge, you think that are green peas again. Nah, man.
They're not green peas.
No.
That's the name of the peas. So the name of the peas that time is
green peas.
That is not green peas.
Yeah?
The name of the peas that time is not green peas.
Not green peas, yeah. They're not green peas.
You're too funny.
Not green peas.
But there was a program that we did, Goddfrey, and before we go back to the line and so, there was a program that we did on last minute. I don't think Doc was there, and that was a program I didn't want Doc to miss, but he missed it. It was a program on last minute. Remember that program?
Yo, that time he had a big meeting to go to, boy. That time he docked us for a big was a big executive, was a big thing, by a big high powered meeting he had to go to.
You were planning.
Yeah. Strategic was a strategic planning meeting he had to go to.
It was his group. His group that was leading, you remember?
Yeah.
His group was leading on it.
Yes. But that was a program that Doc missed, the last minute culture and the time, the lateness. That is us. And the funny thing is that me and Doc was always not in program thing, but from the beginning of time, me and Doc was followed for this lateness.
But Doc is a disciplined fella.
I tell Doc this is a cultural thing, but Doc bad for his all, Doc is shining when he comes to all. I'm not joking, Doc like time.
We did a program. I don't know if there is a thing like fast, but grapevine.
Yeah, boy.
Yes, grapevine that was a big program.
Yeah, that was a big program, the grapevine.
But someone just said today saying that they really enjoyed the program on fastness. That was recent. That was a big program,
Yeah.
The whole fastness thing, with all them people in diaspora, them fast diaspora
we did
people.
two on that, right? Remember we did two.
Yep.
Like a freeze for a moment there. I don't know what happened.
But we didn't say bubble. The program on bubble was a good program too. Every time we say bubble, Doc freeze it.
Let me ask you, when we did grapevine, we did one on grapevine. Was that the same thing as fastness?
No, we just do fastness there.
No, it wasn't.
We did grapevine.
Grapevine was early in the year.
Yeah, early year.
Right.
We just finished fastness.
We did one that kind of got us into some trouble. We did twang.
Yeah.
What trouble you get us into?
Well, all you remember, Doc, Make It Make Sense? When he came with a Make It Make Sense, that didn't make no sense. You remember? The one about the one about the woman going and party, and then next day she can buy she children's school books. You remember that one?
Yes.
Yes, we hadn't take knock for that one.
We take knock, but we didn't take knock about that exact part. You were angry because I said some people steal for the body, but I also felt that was proper. I felt that it was sexist because you made it look as if like it's the women that is the problem only. I use a woman as an example. I wasn't saying that. Why didn't you use a man? Why didn't you use your own gender? Are we having this again? Well, this story was about one woman. About a particular woman.
We have a caller on the line. Let's go to the telephone.
Right ahead.
We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Good evening, Goddfrey.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
And all the rest, panel.
Yes.
Good evening.
For next year, I am calling.
Okay.
All right.
For next year, I think you should name the program We History and Culture.
History and Culture?
history and culture, yeah.
Okay.
And I like did you guys have a program with the French names?
We did not one specific, but we did a number of programs with some of these here.
That was last year.
Yeah, that was a good program.
Yeah. Yeah,
because all French names have a meaning, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the place,
Around the time when we were doing storytelling, stories and rhymes and things.
Yep.
We did French names, or we were just looking at sayings, and some of them were in Creole. I don't know.
Have a happy New Year's.
Yeah, all right, all the best, man.
Okay.
John Rolo and all the guys.
All the best. Yeah.
You know, I love John Rolo, man.
All right, thank you very much. All right. Yeah, 435-2041, that's the number you can call, and you can share with us your thoughts. Someone says, Reece, I want a piece of cake. I'm eating black cake right now and Malta.
Wow.
So, yeah,
that's a lot of sugar.
Yeah, a lot of sweetness.
That's too much sugar.
There's a lot of sweetness.
Yeah.
Try the black cake with some water.
Black cake and Malta, right?
That is not customary. That is not cultural.
That's not a good thing.
And I guess not. And then I have a friend, a really good friend, that is making, and I know I'm going to say that not black cake, but anyways, she makes black cake with no added sugar, meaning the sweetness is from the fruits. And
Yes.
And I wondered, why are we adding sugar to the cake again? Because with just the fruits, it is so sweet already.
So you don't put sugar in your cake?
It's a man. I said I have a friend.
I ask you a question.
I am leaning towards not putting additional sugar in fruit cakes because they're already sweet.
Well, that whole man. Yeah.
Well, Reece is like,
sugar.
As a matter of fact,
this year in my house.
Sugar does fail, man.
This year here we have a lot of. This year we have. I ate some cake, made right here, and there was no sugar. And I wondered the same thing, like no added sugar. And I wonder why we put sugar.
Why we put sugar? Because it's so sweet.
It is sweet, and I believe that is a hit. We should go that route constantly.
Trust me.
Yeah, but this is something that the GFNC has always promoted, you know.
Yes.
That in fact I had a program with a gentleman, what's his name? Mr. Plutin. I think he's a program development officer with the GFNC. And he actually gave us on the program the recipe for making the cake without any sugar, but using the fruits.
The fruit cake tastes actually sweet.
If you have cherries and raisins and all them kind of things, For
the black cake, there isn't really a recipe. It's just don't add the sugar that you usually scoop and put into it. That's all. You just don't add it. And yes, it is a hit. It is a hit.
Scala, you need to taste it before you come to a contrary opinion.
Let me tell you, listen. I don't have to stop that. No. Next thing, you have some certain things that I find we in the world trying to tarnish. So, cake is one. Cake is sweet. Die thing, and cake has a sugar. Just as
it does.
Hold on. Just now, I might want to make flourless bread. What? Lead them people think, or them people think.
What we are making is ladless bread.
No.
Ladless bread.
Forget lad.
You see,
lad is
Scala is a very stubborn lad.
Yeah, men just take juice. They're making a juice and they're saying that non-alcoholic wine. Non-alcoholic wine. Non-alcoholic wine is juice.
Scala, let me tell you something. There are two things I discover without sugar. There are some new soursop that is on the market these days.
Where they go, China?
Make this soursop You don't need sugar. It is extremely sweet. That is one. Secondly, the black cake, number two. Yes, the black cake, in the fruit, if you taste it, you may not even know that no sugar was added. So I'm
telling you, I have some home right now.
Come to your conclusion.
Let me ask you a question. The cake that you eat without the sugar, you see the cake make?
Well, it is made home at my home.
I don't ask.
Then anybody asking about if you see the cake make? Answer the question, all right.
I am not even going to encourage you with that lie.
Okay, Scholar, hold on. Scholar, hold on. Doc, you and Reece. Let me ask all your question. Hold on, let me ask all you, Doc and Reece, your question, Scholar. Give me the definition of a cake. Tell me, what is a cake?
I press the Reece and take it a bit, I take it a bit.
Because, well, I don't know what is cake. What is a cake?
What is a cake?
Answer the question. What is a cake?
What is not a cake? After you answer what is not a cake, after you answer what is not a cake, answer what is a cake.
A bread?
All right. What is not a cake?
It's a bread.
It's a bread.
What do you mean?
So if a bread is not a cake, then a cake is not a bread.
You see how to stop that, eh?
I have to stop that.
Oh, you don't stop that, eh?
I don't stop that.
Doc,
if you make it, what? Let me tell you. You see, when you're making a cake, hold on, let me tell you. So are you? So scholar, we ask them.
Exactly.
So when all you start to make what all you call a cake, what all you be beating in the bucket? Butter and what? Butter and fruits?
Butter, fruits, and flour and things like that. Yes, fruits and flour. Yes.
Doc, I ask you a question, yo. Were you there? Answer that and I give up. You were not there. That's what they tell you.
So they lied to me.
We didn't say that. No, Scholar. They never say. We don't say that.
Yes,
they don't lie.
They lie.
Just that you didn't see it. Hey, let's go to the telephone. Let's go back to the telephone. We have a call on the line. Oui Culture, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Goddfrey.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good time. Having very calling.
Okay.
This is important to inform our people about how we used it before. Concern this is the black cake. The black cake has sugar in it, and because I think she's black cake, so they must take sugar to make the browning. And they also have molasses in it, which is the syrup from the sugar, with sugar. So have black. We have that cake is true, but in order to get black, they make browning, and to make browning, you have to take sugar and brown it to break down the sugar added. But I think the point you're making, sugar is a weapon. We need to keep away from it. Too much people are going to have 1 foot on one hand.
All right, thank you.
And I would just like to clarify, we did not say sugarless, because flour, when broken down, is sugar, right? We did not say sugarless. We said no. We said no added sugar. That's what we said. In other words, that scoop of sugar that you would put in the batter, it's not happening.
Okay. So
agree all you want.
No.
You are getting sweet from the wine, or the rum, whatever. You're getting sweet, but
the amount of sugar here anyway.
It's just to show that you don't need to add the granules.
An extra scoop of sugar.
Right, you don't need to add that. The cake would still be sweet. So it's about cutting down on the amount of sugar, the amount of sweet in that cake. But I guarantee you wouldn't know the difference. When you eat it, you'll be like, that don't have sugar in it? You wouldn't know.
You see? Why is that cake?
What is not a cake? That is a cake.
Let's go back to the telephone. Let's go back to the telephone.
You see, the flour is sugar.
Yeah. You see when you break down the flour. When you break down the flour. We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. I'm calling the program.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm in full agreement with Reece. I'm diabetic, and somebody makes me a cake every year. A black cake without sugar, and you can tell the difference. So I don't know why they put sugar in it, because you cannot tell the difference of it having sugar or not having sugar, because it tastes that good.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. Well, listen. If I
Like
can.
with the pig snout,
But hold on.
this would have happened.
But hold on. But you see, I don't recall me and Scholar saying anything about knowing the difference or not knowing the difference, you know. We ain't no problem there, you know. The problem is tell us what is a cake and all they're telling us.
First of all, speak for yourself. Don't talk about me and Scholar or whatever.
Well, yeah, but what you mean?
No, when the man speak a buble.
What do you mean?
Listen, that lady I called.
And she said every year. Every year.
But she's under the assumption that what she eating is cake.
You want to hear me? Because she did. You see, they did flour and fruits, flour, butter and fruits, and they say it's cake.
Hey, they don't eat cake.
It's flour, butter and fruits. Yeah.
Not cake.
Flour, butter and fruits. The cake are a special thing.
Reece, we have to give up on it. We
Listen,
can't do that.
it's the last Friday in the year, and two of them don't join me. They're not joining me. It's not happening.
Let me take some Facebook comments because
Especially coming from somebody that have a pile of unopened drinks behind them exhibiting. Right. So Sonia said, I do enjoy every episode. They all were meaningful, so I cannot choose from any. Cynthia is saying, okay, thanks. Have a safe, enjoyable weekend. God's richest blessings for 2023. Yulin says, I love you guys too bad. Winston Kings Douglas is saying, consensus that corruption in politics is part of culture was flawed and not acceptable to majority of Grenadians. Lewis is telling us that she's watching us. Dodo is saying, I enjoy all the programs and congratulations to you all. Looking forward to another year of fun, laughter, entertainment, and most of all, to learn more about our culture. Hope the management of GBN will continue to keep this program on air. Wishing you all a happy and productive new year. Dodo is saying, Scholar, I did not know refined sugar can hold a man.
You duck? Yeah, not a man, he's not a man. Don't listen. Don't listen. Refined sugar doesn't hold man. You hold dark. Dark.
Not a man.
It's dark. We have to understand that. It's dark. You hold.
Refined sugar don't hold in men according to as because Rolo, you don't hold in men.
You hold in dark. Sylvester.
If you realize the truth.
And listen, and watch, and listen, the truth is, all the talk they're talking there, the same cake that hold dark there, it's full of sugar, you know. He's full of sugar. He's full of sugar. Scully was there. We see the cake. We taste the cake. So I don't know what you talking about there.
Dodo is saying, Scholar, the sweetness is from the fruits. No need to add sugar. And she's saying, yes, Reece, I agree. No need to add lard to bread. You can use olive oil. Mandisa is saying, interesting. Black cake without added sugar. I'll try it. Thanks. Mandisa, please come back to us and tell us how it was. Please. We want a testimonial from you, Mandisa. Because I'm guaranteeing you are going to ask yourself, why was I adding all this sugar? And then after I take a little piece, I had to drink a whole jug of water.
Don't drink that malt. Drink a malt. Drink a malt.
Dora is saying, don't tell you know by the taste. Yulin is saying, always interesting listening to We Culture. Sonia is saying fat-free cake and sugarless cake.
Fat-free cake. Diet cake. Diet cake.
Sonia continues. She said, I will try that black cake without added sugar tomorrow, please God. Please do, Sonia. We need testimonials on this. Yes. Kim K saying, best cakes ever. No added sugar. Christopher St. Paul is saying, Reece, I will give you a slice of cake without sugar. You see, man as well as woman. And if I notice that Christopher is St. John, Kim K is St. John, Sonia Mathlin is my relative. So a lot of people, good people, know about no added sugar. I can't blame this Tivoli man and that Shantimel man that not there yet.
Yeah, but Reece,
Reece,
hold on.
Tivoli man.
Reece, hold on. Scholar, listen, of all people Reece hailing up, she talk about people that eating pigtail and sucking snow ice. I mean, pig snout and snow ice.
Let me tell you something. You can't give me that, you know. We never deny that. You try to deny that Grenville, St. Andrews, sells pigtail and snow ice until the callers from St. Andrews call to set you straight. So you can't give me that. We never deny anything. Y'all just don't like to claim your culture. So, as I was
So pig snout and snow ice our culture?
What?
Pig snout and snow ice is our culture? That's our culture.
Culture in St. Andrews. That was on a break time.
You see missing out one thing, you know.
What?
St. Andrews had the bread, but Bando had the bread.
What do you mean with that bread? We had the best bread. What are you talking about?
You didn't say that?
What?
But St. Andrews people say that.
Hold on. You talking about your pig snout and snow ice? That's what you're talking about?
Scholar, what? When you say they eat pigs and snow ice, hear them. Woo! Woo! That go off people, let's get that. Go off people, what is it? Go off people is the greatest. Yeah, they beat up.
I cannot forget that program, you know. That wasn't this year program.
Go off people beat our cockfight.
I must have watched that program over many times. I tell you, tears come out of my eye with that one. Let's see. Yes, I have a few. Ronnie saying, great 2023 to all. Mary E. Banks is saying, interesting to hear no added sugar in cake, similar to no eggs in cake. Exactly. Mandisa says that she would give us the testimonial. She said, I grew up in Guelph, perhaps before Reece was born. Oh, nice. Mandisa is from Guelph too. And then Cynthia is saying, only today I got one with applesauce instead of eggs. So what are we using instead of sugar? It is not about instead of sugar. It's about just not adding the scoops of sugar that you would usually add to cake. So it's not a substitute. It is just something that you're omitting. Yeah, so that's it, folks.
The person that say they want piece of cake and they eating black cake and drinking a malt, they say, I go drink plenty water, man. LOL. I go drink plenty water. Let me see, what else we have here? My wife have been making cake for many years without sugar. I mean, she making something. Someone said, you guys are cracking me up. Nurse Jeffrey take on green peas. I love, not green. Continue the good work. One love. Happy New Year to all. God bless. What else we have? Well, I think I read that. Someone said they enjoy the fastness program. Somebody say, woo! Reece look good. Happy old years to all We Culturians. It was a pleasure. Looking forward to better things in the new year, man. We Culturians.
I like that.
That is the real thing.
No, we're not calling them fans anymore. It's We Culturians.
That's like right. Proper thing. Right. So that's it here for the WhatsApp platform. Let's see if we can squeeze in 2 quick calls before we start to wrap. Yeah. We Culture, good evening.
Good evening, Brother Goddfrey.
Good evening.
How are you doing? Grammy Award-winning program, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh,
all right.
Thank you.
Well,
we just don't have the award.
Godfrey, Reece and Buck in answering the question, what is a cake? But just one simple question. Could you make an oil long without breadfruit?
Tell them, caller. Tell them.
Thank you.
Tell them, caller. Tell them, according to that, give them in the poison. That is it. Reece, let me hear you.
Well, maybe you cannot make an oil dough without breadfruit. But what you can do is that you can have an oil dough with probably without pigtail.
Yeah.
I can't hear you all.
Yeah, but we're talking about the main ingredient.
Main ingredient?
Breadfruit.
What is the main ingredient? Sugar is not the main ingredient.
What's the main ingredient?
The ingredient.
What's the main ingredient in cake?
And if the end product is about it being sweet, I am telling you that with the no added sugar cake, you still have the same result as sweet cake. So I can't hear you.
Let me take the let's take the final call. Final call. We Culture, good evening.
Yes, sister. Calling to support you on the bread without lard. It could work, but you're not using lard, no olive oil. Olive oil using heat turn to bad fat, which will clog up your arteries. What they does use is coconut. The coconut, you grate the coconut, and you blend it in. You could use the grains if you want to use split peas, if you want to use soya, whatever it is, and you leave it to rest. The beauty in that, it takes a longer period of time in order for the bread to rise. It's a long process, but this is what they make what they call organic bread. No yeast, nothing. You could use peas, you could use soya, you could use flaxseed. You blend it up with the coconut milk and thing, and you mix it in with the flour.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. All right, so that was our last call for the evening, guys. So we have to wrap here. Wait, Sylvester, you gone? Sylvester, why you going? You have a piece of flour, butter, and fruits. Yeah. So, well, Reece, we're gonna start with you. As we wrap for 2022.
Okay. So I'll just take a couple of comments.
Yeah.
It's just one really. Christopher St. Paul is saying, Reece, some people use Splendor instead of sugar in their cakes. So yeah, and that's it. Tonight has been fun. Tonight has been hilarious. I think we ended the year with a bang. It was good hearing from a number of the callers. Monica is saying oil down without breadfruit. I never heard that yet. Monica, don't take bait, okay?
Hey.
We are not having oil down without breadfruit.
That Auntie Mary's,
We're not. Yes.
Just say Auntie Mary's.
Williams. Yes. We are not doing that. What we probably would have is no pigtail in it. Yeah, so tonight has been great, as I said. I just want to wish every one of our listeners, those who have stayed with us, those who have dropped off, those who have been inconsistent, coming and going, but I'd like to wish everyone a Happy New Year, and not the cliched Happy New Year, but just, doing some soul searching, doing some reflections, and choosing to be happy in the new year, to be making things count, looking at what you have, being satisfied with it, working towards your goals, and just making sure that you are happy. Try not to take on too much things. Learn what is important, learn what is necessary, and just really and truly try to let go of stuff, especially if you think taking them on weighs you down. Don't worry too much about the illness and about the children and about whatever. things will get into place, especially when you have mind and you have ambition. Things will work themselves out with your input. So try not to worry. Let 2023 be a worry-free year as much as possible for you, and just take life one day at a time and live. Live. Don't just exist. Live. So that is my wish for all of our viewers, our families. I wish them a happy new year. I wish unity among families. I wish that, you know, people can communicate better in our workplaces, at our homes, where we traverse everything. I just, yes.
Not to cut you, but hold it up. But I was just telling Goddfrey to connect that.
Yeah, I did. But he keep coming on and dropping off. I keep connecting him, but he keep dropping off. I don't know what's happening. Yeah. All right. So he's back. Yeah.
Right. So when it comes to our We Culture family, I wish you guys all the best. I wish all your dreams come true. I wish that your goals are in reach and that you are going to work towards them. And if there's any way that I can help, I am always there. So thank you for having journeyed with me during this year. To all the people with all the lovely compliments, those who probably don't like me too, because we're not going to pretend that they're not there. You know, it's all love, and we do this for fun. There was one comment from, I think it was Dodo, that was asking that GBN never pulls this program. Guys, I think we need to make some demands from GBN. You know, a girlfriend needs to get her hair done, you know. I need to get her, they could give us like a hotel, you know, like things like that, you know, like say thank you, you know, kind of thing like that. Just putting that out there. Just putting that out there.
Doc, yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead.
Are you getting me still?
Yeah.
We're hearing you.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, next year, traveling with the group, joining with this group, I think often I say the combination is, we seem like we really gel nicely. And so I think I appreciate the contributions from everyone is at a level that make this program. I think we bounce off each other in such a way that we make this program what it is. And I hope we remain that camaraderie, that chemistry, you know, that we can always keep it. I am hoping, though, that for this 2023, we kind of break new frontier, like when there is some event that at some time we can go out in the field, Goddfrey, and then I guess you need to take that. So like the Salaka, when it's taking place, we can go out and comment and do the program right there. Or maybe just in a community at some time, we could say we just go in a village and we invite the villagers to come around and we can have a program and talk to older folks. I really wish we could take the program beyond and we every now and then, you know, do something a little bit different out of the regular box again. It's not for, it is really not for any rating at all because that program reaches a lot of people. And every now and even when you feel tired sometime, the fact that people would meet you and the satisfaction they get, the grin, the smile, we know that we are doing some justice, we are doing some human service to a lot of Grenadian society. And as somebody in the diaspora said to me, that this program have them really connected to Grenada. So I believe that if it's not for ourselves, but unselfishly, we do that for Grenadians. And Goddfrey, to you, I've seen Colleen for Auntie Mim. Yes. So she's here, and so she was hoping that we could link up somewhat. But again, to all the listeners outside, the folks, without you, we do that for you, but without you, what we're doing makes no sense. And for the persons that contribute and call, and all those in some that give us the encouragement, we really, really thank you. I mean, you give us value. You make us know that we're doing something that you are, you know, that pleases you. And so that's the next year. Hopefully you would be there with us in 2023 to continue that journey again. And tell your friends.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Tell your friends. The more the merrier.
Finley, yeah.
Well, boy, I think Reece and Doc, they were speechified. they leave me with much room to maneuver at all. So all I want to say, well,
talk to the We Culturarians. Culturarians.
Culture. How you
We Culturarians. We Culturarians.
Yeah, We Culturarians. I want to wish all the We Culturarians a happy and productive 2023. And I want, according to Doc, to tell them, bring a friend, tell somebody that We Culture is on. Let us spread the good news and let's spread the culture. I want to wish all of you, my esteemed and dear colleagues, in my esteemed and dear media colleagues,
non-award receiving media colleagues.
We are media colleagues. I mean,
but we are non-award recipients.
Right now, I am more known for We Culture than I'm known for culture. When people see me, people will say, well, Scala was singing culture no more. Scala and We Culture.
Yeah.
So I have to now look at my cards, put them on the table, and realize to myself that, and I want Doc to do the same. And well, Reece was already in that, so maybe she doesn't have to. But I want Doc to do the same. We are media people, you know. I mean, don't make yourself stupid.
Of course.
Media men. I mean, so we have to wear that with some badge. Yeah, we are media men. So I want to wish you all.
I have to join MWAG.
Yeah, we boss say you know what they call MWAG. Everyone love to join MWAG. I want to wish you guys a very happy 2022. I want to wish for you good health, because I believe that if I wish you good health, that I wish you everything, because with good health, everything is possible. I want to say that it has been a very enjoyable ride. It has been a very quick ride, because only day before or last week we were looking at 2021, and here we are in 2022 already. As a matter of fact, I'm actually mixing up some of those programs.
Yes.
I don't blame the contributors at all. As a matter of fact, what I am seeing Goddfrey and Livingston and Reece is that just as how there are sequels to movies, and you have Rambo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 13, and so on, I believe that we can have a Liga Part 2 or something like that. We need a repeat and a refresher of the Liga, because I believe that the whole legalization it is breaking new frontiers every day, and you might be surprised.
You know, the ILA.
The ILA has it's evolving, and we have to evolve with it. But I agree with Reece, finally, and probably with Doc as well, that we may need to probably break new frontiers, and we have had ideas of how to do it. We have spoken from donkey's ears about the Carriacou aspect of the culture, and the fact that we really are selling Carriacou shot because it's so richly cultural and diverse, and we're not. And I want GBN, even if I ain't go, because me a man, I don't want to go in Carriacou really, because never get to build the bridge. I don't want to go, but at least I could take Reece, I could take that. We could do a few programs, you know, and then of course we have spoken time after time about having our We Culture Day. of course, there was COVID, but there is COVID no more. Hopefully, COVID will stay away, and we can have that. This will be probably a very big one. Finally, I want to say to all our contributors, Facebook, I want to wish Mr. and Mrs. King, Suzanne, of course, who's always with us, Mr. Marshall, Rolo. I still want to wish Rolo, wherever Rolo is, licking his wounds. I still want to wish Rolo I still would want to wish him a happy new year, and Dodo, and I mean, I just love just the name Dodo alone. It's so heartwarming and so cultural, you know, and I look forward to the day very soon when we can have, because that is one thing about 2022 that maybe not by design, but we hardly had guests on the program. And I think this is something that we can revisit. We can revisit, and I look forward to having to seeing Dodo in real life, because I have a picture of Dodo. You know, you speak with people and you have a picture of Dodo in my mind.
You need to confirm it.
The picture of Dodo, Bobby, he told me, you know, that Tommy picture. I have, so I mean, I wouldn't mind.
And then just beat him up with that marble there. Yeah, I have a visual.
I wouldn't mind seeing the real Dodo on a program with us. You know, so this is something that we can look into probably in the new year. So guys, and we Culturians, happy, healthy New Year to you, and I look forward to hitting the road again, the old trail, with the guys in 2023. I also want to say to Doc, Mr. Man, again, you have to go back to the drumming. Because, you have
to go a drum.
People are calling from quite in way, Atlanta, and they want Tivoli drummers to go to Atlanta. So, Doc, you can't let on yourself.
All right.
I hear you, sir. I hear you.
Let on yourself.
I hear you. I hope you would come by and help me, because I want hands-on managers, and you look like somebody that can help.
Right.
You have to come on time.
Yeah.
We were hoping Goddfrey and Reece, man.
Anyway, guys, I don't know. There isn't much I could say. All you take all the talk. I'll say everything. I'll really nothing for me to say. So, you know, what I could say though, first of all, let me thank all our listeners, our viewers, our supporters, you know, our Facebook friends, and you all mentioned people like Dodo and Jose and Yulin and all the others. You know, we thank you all so very much for the support, the love, you know, being with us every Friday night, the comments, the contributions. We thank you so very much, and I really want to wish you all on behalf of the team, you know, a very productive and a healthy 2023, and we look forward to greater things as we approach the new year. To the team, you know, I've always said, I don't know how it came together, but I don't think anywhere you could find a better team, you know, to execute this. And I thank you all so very much, you know, for taking your time to be here every Friday evening where we can chat and laugh and have fun and to teach and to learn and to do everything. So, guys, thank you all so much. And, you know, I wish you all a healthy 2023. And we look forward to great things. Scholar, We Culture Day, it's coming. So we can look forward to that. We can definitely look forward to that and more. And Legends in Concert coming too in 2023. Thank you, guys. Have a very good night and all the best for 2023. We'll be back with you in January. All the best and take good care.